bring a meeting at work. Like, it's
I know.
ridiculous.
And also, if you are a subscriber on our channel, you've got emotes as well. So please feel free to use those. And if you have any emote requests, please let us know as well. We'd be more than happy to make some.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you.
And like this is fast becoming a little hallmark of a little USP of the channel of we love
I know.
a presentation.
We love a presentation. And if you know that I haven't gone all baller on this week, thank you. A token for sleep, I appreciate that.
Oh.
But I've just adjusted the colours a little bit, so we're in keeping with what we did last week. But we've got, there's obviously different information on this from last week, but
Yeah,
we are
and
now
a bit of a
focusing
deeper
on the
dive.
characters. Yeah, and here are the characters. So
They
in
are
order,
stunning.
we're going to walk through them. They are beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome artwork done by the lovely Alex Tilburg.
We'll
Stunning.
start with Chokehold.
Right.
One of my
Let's start with
faves.
Chokehold.
One of the songs that was in incredibly heavy rotation when I first found Sleep Token.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? This character is so weird. And the more I was looking into it, I was like,
Don't hurt its
it
feelings.
gets more. Oh, sorry. It's cute. Baby cute insect
I
death
like it.
skull
It's covered
thing.
in skulls.
Hi, Sunflower Seed.
Oh, hi.
We're deep diving more into the characters this week from Take Me Back to Eden. So we did touch a bit on this last week because I couldn't help myself, and you couldn't really talk about the weaponry without a little bit of the character. But it's very, well, I was going to say very clearly an insect, but it's kind of not right. You know what it reminds me of, though? Now I'm looking at it. You know, like
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli, in when No Face morphs into like that creature thing. It gives me that kind of vibe, but I don't know why. I think it's like the hunched back and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see.
If
Yeah.
anybody else, if anybody else is a Ghibli fan, I do question whether Vessel got some of his inspiration for his mask from No Face a little bit,
I
but
mean,
that's a
I
different
think
conversation.
more broadly there is a lot of Japanese influence.
Influence. Oh yeah, for sure. In this one, I think there is a Southeast Asian kind of influence with the mask potentially that this
Yeah.
character's wearing,
And in
and
a
I
couple
couldn't
of the
find.
others as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I could not find a good image, to be honest, apart from the colourful one at the bottom.
Yeah, but
But
yeah.
I was really torn with the mask on this because, yeah, it's clearly like a creature, like insect thing. And you can tell from the legs, I'm like, is it like a spider kind of vibe? And it's got the multiple kind of fairy arms. The face, I mean, it represents like a human face, obviously, but I think it looks like a ancient Chinese mask, and that was used for like rituals or ceremonies, but it
Yeah.
could be used in theatre as well, which is be quite interesting, like as a link to just Sleep Token in general. The
I mean, there's
spikes
just
around it,
very
though,
theatrical, aren't they? I think you're right with the sort of
absolutely,
ceremonial. And also Bean says, see where you're coming from. Vessel seems like the person to like Studio Ghibli. I think, yeah,
absolutely,
he
I
does.
love it too. It's great, but yeah, it's like then I kind of second guessed it and I was like, the spikes around the face, and the spikes feature on a lot of the characters that are coming up, which is interesting, if not all of them. But it kind of looked like the sun, and then I thought when I looked at the face properly,
Or
it
the
kind of looked like
moon.
the moon. Exactly, yeah. And I was like, is it like a representation of night and day or darkness and light? I don't know. It was really difficult. It's definitely a mythical creature, but it's like, could it symbolize just death because it's got those? It's made up. The exoskeleton's kind of made up of the skulls, and then it's kind of dripping oil, or like from its mouth and the
Oh.
eyes. It's covered in the oil,
There's a
and it's
few of
also
them
like in a
that are
puddle of it.
kind of crying or,
Yeah.
yeah,
Some
oil or
oily stuff.
whatever. Yeah.
What
I don't
what's your
I don't disagree with a lot of that. I think for me most of these are all it's very gamified. Like it's very boss battle monster that you have to fight in a game.
yeah.
So I guess like because I know you don't particularly play games, so like for yeah, that like what am I trying to say? Like it just it for me um for me like it feels quite Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My words have completely disappeared on me. Like, I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot that makes a lot of sense there, but I don't necessarily think it represents death because it has skulls and an exoskeleton. Like that feels like something I would find in a game and fight, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And it would be like part
And
of like the terrain.
and I think there's a lot of the characters as we go through. They're definitely like they wouldn't be out of place in a game
Yeah.
or like some sort of like like Tomb Raider style movie, like that kind of vibe, like an action adventure mythical.
Well, and where did Tomb Raider come from? It's a game.
Did it? Oh, fun.
Tomb Raider was a game. What?
Oh, sorry. I'm so fucking shit with this kind of thing. I don't know. Like,
I just no, like fair. It's all good.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Token for Sleep. Yeah, I think it is the same one from the
Bella,
Teeth of God novel in Bella. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Drowned Lord in the graphic novel, which is
think
fascinating.
You're getting your copy before me, so we can
oh,
have
really?
a look
Oh,
at that.
Yeah, and we'll do a proper stream because if anybody didn't hear, last week we were two of the many psychos who paid 50 British pounds or something. Oh, it was $50, wasn't it? So it's still
$58.
Yeah, there you go. $58. So yeah, probably about 50 quid to get the Teeth of God novel delivered to us. But we're super excited about it. So once we've got that finally in our grasp, a tangible version, we will talk about the Teeth of God.
Yeah.
But what does everybody else think about this character? Do you think we're kind of like on the right lines with it? Like, it's a really weird one because I'm trying to think how it relates to the song. Like, how does this relate to Chokehold?
So I was thinking about this, and I think more that like with these ones more than with EIA, which all felt like there was a very specific link to the song. I wonder if this is more a link to just the album narrative.
Yeah.
So is this like going back to the whole gamification thing or going back to games? Like, is this your first boss battle? Is this the first thing you find?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, it's not complex because you get further in, like there, and it's like the characters change in complexity. So they're like, one of them's holding a baby, as we, or that's the kind of what it's presenting as, and like then you've got like a moral choice: do you fight it or not? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's intriguing. Like, I was thinking, the only thing I could think was this is really deep and absolute stretch, by the way, so just like prepare yourself. This could be absolute bullshit. But like, what I was thinking was, because if the mask is representing the moon and the sun, and it's kind of representing that cycle, and they love cycles, but if it's representing the cycle of like day and night, is that what's got them in a chokehold? Because it's like, it's like that never-ending cycle of time, basically. I don't know. And it could be shit. That was the only thing I can think of as a link to it. But then why a bug? I think he's one of the moon characters.
I think sorry, I appreciate no one else can see my face other than Rachel.
Yeah. I can probably see everybody else's faces in my mind, to be honest.
I think that, I don't know, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. But the point about the...
I do try.
Yeah, I love it. I just think that's like a level that I have not even contemplated. But I think the point about like more humanoid versus insect is an interesting one. I know there is one, but like I know there is a divide, but don't really know what it looks like.
Like what people have said in their reference to the Teeth of God novel.
Yeah.
I think there is this kind of like the us and them vibe with the moony creatures, and then there's like the the human army.
We need to once we get our grubby little paws on it, we will
we can delve into that.
Yeah, lured by literature. Yeah, no regrets. But I will say is I got the tier 4 because I'm insane. And they got me when I'd had 2 pints and it was payday. And so, yeah, we'll
I
just skip
know
over that.
that's a killer.
And
I got
yeah,
1.5. I'm excited for that.
and yeah, sunflower seed, like a level 1 boss. Yeah, you have to like fight to get to the next monster. That's
Yeah,
sort of what I was
yeah,
thinking. Because
yeah.
like
Could be.
this is clearly something you'd have to fight. You know, like this isn't going to offer you a
Oh
quest.
yeah.
This isn't going to like,
No, it doesn't look
unlock
happy.
something.
The best time to
Anyway.
shop for sure, Bella Rebel Rose.
Oh,
Yes,
I
on
know.
payday.
Best/worst.
I had to get a
Why?
photo of
A
the
person.
gorgeous vessel in here, but also
It's all
thank you
right.
to who the
I've
person is for this photo on TikTok.
oh yeah.
Like,
I was just so that you're aware, I haven't told you this, but I have lined up a drum video for Aqua Regia, so I'll get
oh,
my own
lovely.
back.
All right, great. Sorry, I had to get Vessel in, and there's good reason for it because
Yeah,
when
it's
I
fine.
look at this character, I can see him in it because of
Yeah.
the outfit,
Yeah.
and it's got like the cloak, it's got the pauldron, even though it's a skull, and it's got the feathers on the
Sick.
back. Yeah, it's awesome, and there must be something in that. I can't tell if this character's wearing like a heeled shoe or something. Which is interesting. But I think it's just machinery. I think it's more like
Yeah,
armor.
I think it's
Um,
yeah. It reminds me. It's a
yeah.
little bit uh. Oh my god, why can I not remember the name right now? Stormtrooper.
Oh
Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah,
Stormtrooper.
absolutely. It is very stormtrooper looking. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think yeah, there is a lot of gaming
Yeah.
reference within their songs, movies, all of that. But it's yeah, human like character, like more than Chokehold. Still masked though, and it's got the horn, so it's like between like an animal and a kind of debatable robot because like the hands
I
and
mean,
things.
is it masked? That's the question though. Because it's a
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
It could be a mask, but it also could be a
Could be
face.
like an alien. I don't know. But yeah, this would absolutely fit into a computer game, wouldn't it? Like you could totally see that.
I
And I
love
think
that you
when we
use the
looked
phrase computer
into
game. I love it.
yeah. Sorry,
No,
God,
no,
I
no.
feel
I
like
love it.
about 100 years old. But like the weaponry as well, like it's all gamified, it's fictional. We spoke about that last week,
Yeah.
but what was interesting with this one, it's still got the shadow beneath it, but it's standing on dry, cracked, kind of barren ground. Whereas the chokehold one was like leaking the oil around
Yeah.
it. This one doesn't seem
Although,
to be.
is that a shadow, or is it because if it was a shadow, you'd have the
Mm.
shadow from the gun. So is it actually oil as
Oh, that's a
well?
good show.
But like still,
Yeah,
I
that
think
is a
that
good
the
point.
cracked ground is still really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And like this one again, when I looked at it, I thought, oh, like, we had the references to Southeast Asia with chokehold potentially with the mask. With this one, it made me think, the rings
Yeah.
around the neck. It made me think of like Afrikaans kind of tribal vibe where it's a different definition of beauty, but they wear the rings to like elongate the neck. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. There's like no skin really exposed with this character either. It's like all completely protected by something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't tell if it almost looked like a superhero kind of character or like a villain, really.
Just gonna
Like,
start making a small tally of like insect versus humanoid. Bear with me.
yes, that's a good idea. That is a great idea. What does everybody think in the chat? I can see Lured by Literature says Sleep Token is very gaming, anime, folklore, ancient languages
Yep.
coded. It's like they pull in so many laws into their own. Brilliant and fascinating. Absolutely, yeah. Completely agree with that. Like, there's emergence and alien references and all of that.
That
He's
one
played.
cracks me up so much.
I love that.
He plays Halo all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Halo.
He reminds me of a berserker in the novel. This one is called The Reaver. He was once human. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
In
interesting.
the novel, this one
That
is
does
called
make
Reaver.
sense.
Also, if anybody watched Firefly back in the day, and the Serenity movie, that the Reavers that the Reavers were like the scary monster people. and
Okay.
they were all once human, and they'd been, infected sort of things, but they essentially were all berserkers.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
honestly wouldn't be surprised if that man had watched that series.
No, neither would I. But what
But
do you
that's
think
very
about this?
interesting.
Because this summoning, I'm thinking like, what are they summoning? And I was thinking like tribal ritual kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? That's the road I went down on. But is this the character that's being summoned, or is this the character that's summoning something? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always like, we haven't done a deep dive into the summoning, and we probably should do.
Yeah, for sure.
But I've never really thought about it overly, mainly because, and I'm not going to lie to you, I mostly watch like Choose Drum playthroughs of it.
Yeah,
Because
fair
I'm
enough.
a sad little girl. Um and so yeah, I always kind of because it's called The Summoning, and because of the lore around it, I always assumed it was summoning sleep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it could be summoning this. Very
Who
interesting.
knows?
A magic spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I thought it was really fascinating that, and especially it's just the more you look into these characters and the more we get into them, you can see like small details if you look really carefully, like almost hidden things potentially in the drawings. Um, but yeah, what's really interesting is like, on the kind of torso of this character and on the front of the thighs, there's like a shadow. And I'm like, where's that shadow coming from? Or is that like the oil leak? I don't know.
I
Yeah.
think that's just shadow.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
What from? What's causing the shadow?
all right, chill out.
What stood in front of it?
I do think it's an interesting one of like, because we don't really have much from Alex, do we, on this, of like
No.
the inspiration behind it? Because so is it was it a we trust you, draw what you think matches, or was it a, which is probably more likely, I
Draw
want
this for me.
like, this is the vibe I want for each one, because we know the attention to detail from them both is insane.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, on to Granite. There wasn't loads to kind of say about this, because we delved into this quite a lot last week. The box on the head, I mean, I think everybody could agree. If you take a look at the colourful image on the bottom left, that's from the Diablo game series. And it's like a kind of mythical fantasy artifacts box, like a trinket box. It's very like steampunk looking. But yeah, I really strongly believe like that's kind of influenced this character. What was interesting to me is this is again a more, I don't know, this is probably one of the most human characters, like
body wise.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's becoming more human as we've gone through those last three, but I don't think
I don't think it's a linear thing.
Yeah, but they're like, again, there's less oily substance or a shadow beneath this character, but it's very much like similar clothing to the summoning character in terms of like they've got armor and things like that. Looks more like a female figure to me, but like a video game or a movie fighter, like they're waiting to fight. I don't know, it's like the stance of it. And the cloak looks a bit Matrixy, but I'm probably like way off there. And I don't know how that would relate to Granite. But I do think like the female figure is probably something relevant.
I don't see it, but that might just be because I'm not looking at like a super clear picture.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you guys think in the chat? Let us know for Granite.
While I look up. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
But yeah, again, what's interesting? Again, I said about the spikes. Like all of these characters have got the spikes on the shoulders and the back. I don't know what relevance that is, but it connects all of them, and that seems to be like the one thing that's connecting them. There's always these spiky elements.
you do get spikes on armor and things like that, but normally not as a practical thing, like as a ceremonial, performative
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
What are you thinking? What are your thoughts on this one? And how does it link to granite as well?
Again,
I wish they'd had like, yeah, like,
I'm
do
I'm
we
s-
think like,
I'm sticking with my like levels thing of like,
okay,
this is the third song, this is your third level.
yeah, okay, fair enough. Like, this is your third character that you're gonna fight against,
Yeah.
Miss Cube Head. Maybe the cube is made of granite. That's a heavy
I
cube.
don't know if like,
I'm
I don't
stretching.
think it looks female, but that's me. I have
That
this
is a wonderful question.
I I have not seen whatever question is in the chat because I was looking up something.
Oh,
And
Bella
someone
Rebel
has.
Rose.
Oh yeah, tell me.
Go on, go on. Oh, well, Bella Rebel Rose said, "What kind of steampunk or mystical elements are in the Diablo game boxes?" I wish I knew.
I haven't
And
played
you
them
know
yet
what? We
though.
could probably find out. I could
Um,
probably find out.
but I just stumbled upon somebody's Reddit revelation from years ago, which was like,
Oh,
have we thought about how this might link to Pandora's box? Which no, we
oh,
haven't.
that's such a good one.
But that's fascinating.
That is a very good one for anybody who's who doesn't know what Pandora's box is. Can we give them an explanation?
Right, prepare for inaccurate Greek mythology 101 with Zoe.
Go for it.
The general gist of it is Pandora was given a box or potentially a jar by the gods, and she was told, you're going to keep a hold of this, you're going to keep it safe. Whatever you do, don't look into it. That's it. That's the only thing we ask you. Don't look into it.
Yeah.
And Pandora, being the inquisitive woman that she was, opened the jar or the box, and out flew all the evils and ills of the world.
There you go.
And so,
Curiosity really did kill the cat there.
yeah, sucks to be Pandora.
Yeah, right.
There's more,
It really
like
does.
there is more to it than that, but that's my quick and dirty Pandora's box. But
I'm
like,
also looking at this cube.
yeah, but I mean, often like that gets used as an idiomatic phrase for like, yeah, for you, if you go down that, if you start something, like it's gonna spiral and get bigger than you anticipated. If you played Zelda, the box looks like just the metal ones found in it. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh,
I've
and
actually
you
not
know
played
what?
either of those, but that makes sense.
That would be fascinating as well because past self, the beginning
It's
is
the fairy fountain.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it is Diablo and it is this Horadric tube? Tube. Where did I get that from? Horadric cube. There was too many things to say one word. The Horadric cube operates via the principles of transmutation and alchemy. The Horadrim preserved important artifacts. Oh my god, what is wrong with us today? Artifacts and equipment by separating them into component parts for future use. By later using these elements within the cube, they could resemble the original item. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's basically like just a kind of mythical cube. It has like different kind of artifacts in it that would help you through the game.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a
basically
loot chest.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it does look it looks very similar to it. Oh, you can get a jewelry box version. That's nice,
that's
isn't it? You
fun.
can make your own granite character. Oh yeah, Zelda is cute. But yeah, that is granite. There's not really much more to say about it. When it's a fascinating drawing, it's a beautiful character. Really unique as well.
Yeah. We'll yeah, I was gonna say, should we work through this and then come back to it? But actually, no. Let's just crack on.
Yeah, let's do it. Aqua Regia, the one that we're going to be talking more about today. But
adore this song.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And this is the first one where it's kind of like got some like adorned jewelry, like the little star trinket things
Trinkily.
on it.
Sorry, no, I
Twinkly
love that.
trinket
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
But very vaguely, it's got the multiple limbs, which I felt could signify like mystical characters. We spoke about this last week, but like a more hidden destruction form of weaponry, like, you know, mind games or whatever,
Well,
instead of
because
like tangible
yeah, and because Aqua Regia itself is a corrosive acid. So
substance. Yeah. I thought it looked similar to a kind of gamified fortune teller. I don't know why I thought that, or like a monk character.
yeah,
Is like one or
maybe a
the
monk.
other, depending what game it's in. But I thought, like, you know, adorned with all the gold jewelry and things. It doesn't look like a fighter or a warrior like the other characters. This one looks like something that would potentially like
Give you
guide
a
you or give
quest.
you like a quest. Yeah, exactly. And then I think we spoke about like a lot of Hindu deities depicted with multiple limbs. And that symbolizes superhuman abilities, divine nature, and the complexity of attributes. Various divine functions. And then, you know, it's anonymous again. Like, this face is, well, we don't know if it has a face. It's like truly hidden. It's like a, you know, in complete darkness, just a void. And yeah, the kind of clothes doesn't seem to match up with the wealth of like how much jewelry they're adorned with on this character. But yeah, I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I don't know about the clothes not matching. Like, I think it's a, yeah, I think there's a good point. Live by Literature says shamans were also adorned in many cultures. That makes sense.
Oh yeah,
I
very
think
true.
Aqua Regia literally translates to royal water. So having wealth shown would make sense. That kind of regal side of it. I think
Yeah.
shamanic makes sense as well.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna indulge my own theory of like
Please
this
do.
being like
Go for it.
a video game narrative,
Yeah.
this could be the like, right, you've gotten through your first couple of bosses. Now this is time for like to move the narrative on in the game, and like we're gonna give you an NPC that's sends you on a quest and gives you some gold. Yeah. I was gonna question for you. Do you think this is are we assuming this is a humanoid, or are we thinking there's a third kind of supernatural?
Oh, that's so difficult because yeah, it's not like an insect and it's not
But it
not
has
human, is
multiple
it?
arms. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I
can't just
think
make a third category for multiple arms.
yeah, multiple limbs. I think make a third category for like mystical because it does come in further down the line with another few of the characters,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, we will come back
Let's
to
go for
Aqua
it.
Regia with the song itself and the lyrics and the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Then let's get to Vor,
Brilliant.
everybody's favorite song about
Hey,
biting.
that's a stretch though. about biting, yeah. Favorite song about biting.
Yeah.
Vor, this is another insecty character. I think we can agree on that one, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, obvs. But yeah, we spoke about this one last week, but it's almost like a serpent. I put maybe a venomous serpent. But like it kind of, oh yeah, I thought it looked quite female in the top half of the anatomy. Everybody will know what I am referencing there, hopefully. But it almost has like a human demonic like face, like the features. But again, it could be a mask, and it kind of looks like those ancient China ones again.
A little bit,
but it could
yeah.
be any kind of, a lot of ancient masks were quite similar. But yeah, it looks like a hybrid of a serpent and a scorpion. But the eyes, I don't know about this one. The eyes look like they're kind of bored out and like they're just dark voids. And then I don't know if there's like pincer things on the top like holding eyes, or is that, I know we said it could be one of those plants, like a venomous, what do you call it, a Venus flytrap?
Yeah.
Which it could be linked to that. But I also thought if they are eyes, and if this character can't see, is it linked to the seers, like in Greek mythology? And there's a character called, oh my god, Tiresias. I'm hoping I've said that right. But they were blinded by Hera, but given the gift of prophecy when they were blinded, and they could like foresee the future and stuff. And he even spent 7 years as a woman after a strange encounter with mating snakes. I have no
Greek
idea.
mythology. Why not?
Yeah, I know, right? But I thought, oh, this character is a snaky kind of vibe. But yeah, it looks like it's dangerous. I know we discussed last week about the snakes being able to consume things whole.
Yeah.
Raw. And I thought if it is resembling like a scorpion kind of vibe as well, they can't eat their prey whole, but they use external digestion to liquefy things before consumption. I know. But yeah, it's all about like the consumption kind of vibe. So yeah. What are people thinking?
Makes me wonder if Vassal's favourite book series growing up was Percy Jackson.
Yeah, Percy Jackson. Fascinating. Good series.
Yeah, I don't know if that was big over here at the kind of right time. But
I don't know, I remember my sister being really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking because like I started watching the series, but I've never read the books because it wasn't I mean, also when it first came out, I was 15, so yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you think? Is there any more to add on Vor?
Sorry, trying to get back to things, but yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of love for Greek mythology across everything. You can see that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I think I think this one feels more directly linked to the song than any of the others for me.
Yeah.
Because it's something that could literally swallow you whole, and it is very like overtly bitey, for want of a better phrase.
So bitey.
Much bite. So yeah.
Much bite. Sorry. And I mean this whole thing, like, take me back to Eden, like we are talking about it, these characters potentially revolving around the moon characters and things like that. And if we're looking at a different kind of bite, it could just be they all relate to the moon too, right? Like there's bites out of the moon.
Yes, but I'm not entirely sure how a part scorpion, part snake, or centipede.
I have no idea. Yeah, not a clue. Love this fan base and love Sleep Token and their cryptic stuff. Anyway,
let's go to Ascensionism, which I think can go in the multiple limbs mythology category.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, again, we've got the multiple limbs. Again, maybe linking to mystical abilities, which it often is with, like, you know, in mythology, they're all like mystical characters with multiple limbs. It seems like the characters like different roles and responsibilities. I know we spoke about these weaponry things that they're holding, but this character in particular is dressed really regally. Like it's like, you know, it looks expensive, and we said last week it linked to potentially the Japanese kimono.
Although it is torn at the bottom.
Oh, it is torn at the bottom, yeah. I thought it was just like a flared look.
just fashion, darling. Just fashion.
Yeah, fashion, darling, exactly. But it's wearing the ceremonial helmet, and which covers the full face. And actually, that helmet is quite European in its look. Again, a female figure, if you can call it that, for like in a human perception of it. And we'd said it could link back to the Hindu kind of religious characters, you know what I mean? Gods as well. Jesus, what is wrong with our words today? But yeah, this character could be like revered or quite an important status, and they're clearly floating or ascending. But maybe they're celebrated for like these multiple roles that this character's had to embody almost. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Like,
Live by Literature says the helmet screams night. Anyway, some of these have been inspired by tarot. Unfortunately, I
oh
think
yes,
Rosie's dropped out of the chat to go
yeah,
and do some things. Otherwise, I'd be like, Rosie, get in here. Um, I think, yeah, I think they could. Absolutely.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, until we have our like resident tarot expert in, I will leave it
yeah,
there. Um,
yeah,
but yeah,
but yeah, absolutely.
I think the different roles is an interesting one.
Mm,
Um, I think more that like I don't know. I think again more than oh reminds me of Carly. Yeah, fair enough.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
fair
that's
point.
really true.
Um,
Yeah, that is fair.
I think more than it being so again, this is probably me coming at it from very much like a video game side of things
Yeah,
where we don't necessarily get the backstory of the things that you of the bosses that you are fighting. You just
yeah,
like there's just an assumption there. So to me, this is instead of like being celebrated for multiple roles that causes them to ascend, I would just see it as like this character, this being has four
yeah.
roles. Like
And or it's like one you meet in a game level, and it's like which role would you like to choose, or which path would you like to choose? And I'm not going to explain it. You've just got to pick like a
I
limb.
no, I mean maybe, but I would see it more as like this is the like their role is
Mm,
like I mean you could see it as being linked, but like this role is like you know there's they embody multiple roles and that is their sole purpose.
yeah,
But I think also you could link all of those things in the hand. So you could link the because you've got the 3 points of the weapon, which we spoke about yesterday about being creation, preservation, destruction.
yeah,
If you wanted to link back, you know, the thread, like that's how the fates decide it's your time. They cut the thread. Like you have a gun, which could link back to Nazareth, but also could, you know, that's also a very clear time when it's when the fates decide it's your time. Maybe they use a gun. Then you've got that kind of candle and or sort of fancy sensor that we talked about as well, which would you know
yeah,
potentially be used like at a funeral or that kind of thing.
yeah,
So you,
absolutely.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Rosie says she will be back and she will chime in on the tarot side of this, lured by literature. So maybe we'll flit back to this one and see what Rosie's input
Well,
is on it.
we did say when we were chatting. Oh, also like we did say we wanted to do. Well, you guys were very keen on doing all of the A words from
Mm,
Take Me Back to Eden. So
yeah,
when we do, we could also do a deep dive into Ascensionism.
yeah, absolutely. Why not next week? Oh, we'll put it to a vote. We'll put
Yeah,
it to a vote.
yeah.
Well, I know there was a lot of A requests last week.
Uh,
And speaking of
in
another
what? Oh,
A,
oh, I was gonna say. Sorry, just before we go on, in one of the hands, is it smoking like done during medieval
yeah,
times for sickness? Yeah. So that was what we talked about, like as a sensor. Um, sorry, I realised that I'm saying that word and it's not spelt how it sounds. Yeah, the thinking that
um,
for death, but for sickness, um, but also in like church, yeah, in ritual and that kind of thing.
there seems to be a lot of ritual
Yeah,
references
I mean,
in
equally,
these
it's an
characters.
interesting thing, like because we as a species did used to think that smells were were what killed you, well, or could make you
Wild.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
The other A.
Right.
This one's fascinating. A Rock. Are you really okay?
Where do you want to put this? Is
Oh,
this insect?
Jesus. Well,
Biomechanical insect?
no. Biomechanical humanoid insects. I don't know. I don't know. Well, what does chat think? Where do you think we should place
I
it?
mean,
Mystical, mythical, buggy.
it's
What?
got the right number of legs for insect. That's what I'm gonna
It
say.
does. It does, yeah. Uh I mean, yeah.
I'll
It's
put it with a
well, it's
question
like
mark.
yeah, and here we
Anyway.
go. Like, I mean, my notes on it were it's another female looking figure.
Yeah.
It is a hybrid, yeah, absolutely, lured by literature. It's very spider like but with robotic limbs. I thought, is there a link here to the summoning and ascensionism because of the characters have got some similarities between them. And the celebration, what do you call it? The helmet, the ceremonial helmet is being worn on this character again. And it's also wearing the twinkly star adornments that we saw on the Aqua Regia character, which is interesting. I don't know if that's like the mythical link. I don't know. But again, interestingly, this character's got the feathers on their back like Vessel has and on the cloak,
Yep.
but the cloak is more fitted to this character. It almost looks like feathery or like a hardy. It's an unusual one. But it kind of looks like, to me, a cross between a warrior and someone who's celebrated, like with the helmet. They're also very clearly a robotic insect cyborg kind of thing. And then we've got the really interesting bit, which is the bit you noticed last week, Zoe, about the baby in the cylinder.
Canister, yeah.
Canister cylinder. It's very steampunk sunflower seed, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And interesting that this was the one that
couldn't
be found.
Bella Rebel Rose couldn't find it on Alex Tilbrook's Insta. Very interesting. But yeah, there's the character it's holding like a baby in a canister kind of thing, but it's still connected to the character. So it's like a mother character. So could it symbolize, like, are you really okay? Is it symbolizing the concern and love a mother has for their child? Like, is that the angle it's coming from? But why on earth is the baby in a canister and like being preserved in that? Like, or that, I suppose it's like a gamified version of a mother, isn't it?
I mean, I think again, this one does feel really linked to the song. Because if I know, like, multiple people have said, and I tend to agree, that "Are You Really Okay" is written from the perspective of Vessel's mother.
Yeah.
Or like a mother. I think maybe let's be broader than that. So I think that tracks with, like, if you look at the helmet, you've got half a helmet. So you've got half a helmet, like half a mask, like Vessel.
Yeah, fair.
And I think in terms of the baby in the canister, I think that's just practicality. Like, there is not a, like, clearly this character does not have a womb. So
that's very true.
It's just an external.
Very true. That's true. But, like, is this the only character where we've seen a mouth, like a human mouth on it as well?
No. I don't think so.
There might have been one of the others, I think. Trying to remember which one. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think it could be like that maternal kind of care or whatever is linking to this. Fascinating one though. And it gives a really different spin because, like, I always thought, like, "Are you really okay?" is Vessel talking in a mirror to himself.
See, I think that's "Do You Wish That You Loved Me?" I think he's talking to himself. I get that. And this one has always felt like an a interpretation of how someone else,
is checking in.
Yeah. Well, it could be a problem. Yeah. I also really like the greatsword or the sword.
Yeah.
Because it is that, like, it's sort of there, it's slightly ceremonial. They've just got a hand on it, but they're not like ready to go, like you talked about.
Yeah, not fighting.
Yeah,
it's more like a defense kind of mechanism. It's there for defense. Yeah. Really interesting. Links to dark signs raised in the dark.
Yeah,
it's some seed. Yeah.
Protective,
Bella Rebels. Yeah, absolutely. And lured by literature, agree that "Do You Wish That You Loved Me" is mirror talk. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, super interesting with this one. It looks like again, it's like leaking the oil. I don't know, or if that's the like the fluffy bit. But anyway, the apparition,
Oh, the
another A,
apparition. Well, so
another A,
this
and this
is
is
arguably humanoid. Gotta put that there.
yeah, I think so. I think so. Go with that, even though it's got like hooves as feet, and
Yeah, but
yeah, this
as we've been talking about Greek mythology, not
right.
unusual.
Exactly. And there's been so much conversation online actually about this and rain because of the runes on these particular
Ah,
characters. And there's a lot to unpick from them. So as you can see from the right hand image, that's what the well, it's hard to tell definitely because the way the scarf is like flailing in the wind, it's difficult to see exactly which runes it is. But the character is like armored again, and it's got the kind of ceremonial battle helmet. But it's different, isn't it? Because it kind of has a mask that resembles one of Vessel's older masks, really. Um, and yeah,
yeah.
it's just got like it's got an unusual shaped face, this one. It's got the hooves as feet, but in the middle, as we can see, it's skeletal. So it's like what on hell's earth is the armor actually covering? Unusual. But yeah, I think it's like it's a hybrid mythical creature, obviously. Maybe a nightmare or a dream figure is what it's trying to get at with the apparition. Maybe this is the apparition, I don't know. Um, but with the runes, so people have thought that when you unscramble some of the letters of the runes, it's got a link to ascensionism because it actually spells out like ascension. Um, but someone else looked into it and said from the letters ECIO and AJR, blah, 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 it comes out with Rajam. I have no idea how to say that. Konsi, which could be mercy in Hebrew, and conscience. And the second one is vocative in Latin, or some feel the letters map onto the runic meaning, like, Nordic runes.
Right.
They've like mapped them over that align with the song's emotional themes, facing an elusive presence, the cycles of memory, and the persistent scars that remain. And that is a link that we can put in the chat. But it's very like involved, that Reddit theory. But if you're interested in having a look at it, I will post that in the chat
Bella
now.
Rose. I'm surprised he's not tipping over with how heavy that anvil looks. Yeah. Although,
Right, doesn't it? I know he's
right,
such a scrawny character,
but
bless him.
that is such a classic video game mechanic of like you
Yeah,
shouldn't be able to run, move, do
withstand.
anything with this, but yet like you absolutely
You
can within
are.
the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah,
So
well, I don't know what it's interesting this one, isn't it?
yeah, it is a really interesting theory about the what the runes are because I can
There
imagine
must be
that being
something in it.
yeah, and I can imagine that coming from the band rather than Alex, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and the sort of skeleton, but the I don't know, goat hooves? No, maybe something bigger.
Like a minotaur kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think back to the whole Greek mythology thing. Yeah, um, it's very in keeping with the rest of the album and the rest of the artworks. Um, I don't know about this being the apparition because I think that the apparition is more about like chasing something that isn't
Exists.
real. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Why are you never
Um,
real?
but ow, sorry, I just caught myself.
You're
Only
right.
Rachel will have seen that. Yeah, just
I did. It was painful.
it's fine, it's fine. The feelings of being hollow is what the skeleton reminds me of. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see
Oh,
that.
I do love that take. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm really
but
interested on the
still,
runes.
oh,
Like,
sorry, I was just gonna say, like, I really like
um,
that take because also if you look at it, the one bit of the like, it's got legs, so like that makes sense
mm,
why you'd have armor. But the one bit of the seemingly like skeletal chest that's being protected is your heart.
oh yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I do like that. And like the arms look more human, and actually,
Yeah.
arguably, the hands look very vessel vibe.
I was going to say, also the neck looks really vessel vibes.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a really unique character, this one. But yeah, it kind of feels like a mix of human and animal, which, the Greek mythology link again. But yeah, really interesting. If anybody wants to read up on that Reddit theory, it is very interesting. I purposefully didn't translate it into the slide because it's lengthy. Like, be prepared, take some time to read over it, but it is fascinating. But you can definitely tell, like, if it is mapped onto Nordic runes, that there could be some relevant link there.
I'm just trying to think of, like, I feel like in Greek mythology, the does this have a link to Pan and like satyrs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I might have to look at that because yeah.
There's a
Pan
lot to think
as
about
the
this
leader of
one.
the satyrs in Arcadia, because I mean, let's be real, they've had this planned a while. Famously linked to myths of chasing nymphs like Syrinx.
Oh.
Yeah, but I feel like there was something about maybe the
Minotaur says sunflower seed. Yeah, potentially, right. The bottom wrappings,
the Minotaur's,
oh yeah,
but the Minotaur's the wrong way round. Minotaur's the head.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I think the
been inverted Minotaur.
yeah.
And I totally forgot about this bit. Somebody did mention that last week, Lured by Literature, if it wasn't you, about the wrappings on the legs looking like vessels, tabbies.
Yeah.
But
maybe this is. But there's something about like with Pan, like, and other. I think there's something else as well, like another satyr that's like sort of cursed to always be chasing, and like it's just in his nature, like he will always chase what he can't have. I need to like corroborate that, so I could be talking out my ass, and I do apologize. But like if this is a kind of if this is the most vessel coded of all of them, and like and that would make sense with the content of the song of like always just chasing after what isn't real.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Lisa.
Yeah, but hello Lisa. But yeah, have like, if anybody's really interested, have a look at the runes as well, because I was like, I totally see where somebody's coming from. But there must be something in that. Like, I wonder if there's something linking to Teeth of God, like, because these theories were kind of picked apart when Take Me Back to Eden came out, and nobody's really looked at them since. So it'd be interesting to see if there's any links towards EIA or Teeth of God since that's come out. Fascinating character. Also, but there's only 2 that have the runes which say something else which isn't just the song name on it, and that's this and Rain.
The Pella Rebel Rose, the hooves are vessel shoes, hooves, or spider toes, and I honestly, I think probably like I mean, it's more like a hoof, isn't it? But I think Vessel and I share arachnophobia. And so it could be spider toes. This is the thing, right? Spiders are real cute, like, but they're also fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Another fascinating character. This is Do You Wish That You Loved Me, as we were speaking of before. I think this is so similar to the Chokehold character.
Yeah.
Like, but it brings together a few of the different characters. You know, it's got the tendrils, it's the leaking oil, but this one you can see inside of it, and it looks like it's got an engine in. And that engine is leaking, and it's kind of like the oils.
It looks specifically like a car engine as well.
Yeah, it does. And I think I put a bike engine on the photo, but car engine, bike. Yeah, close enough. A vehicle.
As somebody who does not drive, I don't know why I'm making a big thing of it.
But you've got like the spikes again on this character, which are more prominent. The horns again, which link a lot of the characters. And and then you've got the leaky, oily eyes. But yeah, it looks like it's got the engine and pipes inside it. An insect-like apparition-y creature. But again, wearing like a mask, or is it a moon? Because like the markings on it kind of look like the moon on that face. It's a bit weird, that one. What do you think?
I think, I mean, it's less elaborate than the chokehold mask. Or, to be fair,
Yeah.
I mean, I think these probably are masks on balance.
Yeah.
But equally, it's such an outlandish character that could just be its face. You know,
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
it's got three
It looks
eyes.
kind of moony though. It looks kind of moony.
Does it look? I think that's just the shading. But I mean, yeah,
Oh,
it does look like a moon. But I don't think
yeah.
it's. I don't know if it's. Yeah, I don't know if that. Because this one is such an introspective, like we were saying, like it's the mirror talk. It's the Bessel singing to himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say something's gone. I think
Looking in the mirror, 3 eyes.
yeah, 3 eyes. I mean, yeah, that is normally has 6. I think
Is it something to do with like the mind's eye as well? Like you've got the 2
yeah,
eyes.
I mean,
And
well,
then
it's
the
your
mind's
third eye, isn't it? That's the way it's. That's the way it's put put. Oh my god, that's the way it's depicted. Like that's where the location they put it at. I think the engine and being able to see within it is really interesting because it does that to me does speak to the song in that you know it's like that's what you're running on, like that's it is a song about like exposing your insides to yourself, isn't it? Sorry, that I phrased that horrifically.
Yeah.
But it's that introspection, it's like looking inside and yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, and also sorry, just going back to like some satire, symbolism, unattainable desire, also known to be impulsive and reckless. Yeah, lured by literature. Like if that's how he views himself or that part of himself.
Yeah.
The spindles below look like moon images. Kind of reminds me of a porcupine.
The spindle.
Oh yeah, like the teeth of God, like creepy moon. The album cover art.
Oh yeah, the tendrily. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think this is one of like the moon characters if we're putting
If that's
it
what
onto
you
that.
meant, and I haven't like completely taken that out of context, in which case I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No, totally.
I also think that the dagger is an interesting one because it's not like it's not
really
a defensive
range.
Yeah, it's not a defensive weapon, but it could be a weapon against yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I
interesting.
love Do You Wish That You Loved Me. I think it is highly underrated, and there is one line in particular that I think I do want to get a tattoo of eventually.
Yeah, they cannot give myself.
Cannot hope to give you what I cannot give myself. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great line. And did we read Lured by Literature? This satire symbolism is.
Yes.
Yeah. We're good. Got that.
Rain.
Cool. But yeah, there you go. I think it might link to Take Me Back to Eden. There's a few other things with that tendrily look. But yeah, here's the other fascinating character. And actually, people have got more from the runes in this one.
Yeah.
So, as you spoke about last week, so it's like a reference, like a triple aspect goddess.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about that? But you know that bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like it's very similar to like triple aspect goddesses appear in multiple different mythologies, but if we were going to go to I'll leave the Greek one till last. So if we wanted to go kind of Irish Celtic, there's the Morrigan, which is like war, fate, and death. There's kind of more generally you get Maiden Mother Crone in like multiple different ones. The horns reminded me. They are throughout the whole.
Yeah.
Like they feature many characters, but it reminded me of Hathor. Who can also be a cow in Egyptian mythology. And but mainly, well, that's why she has that, and she has like a son as well. Anyway,
interesting.
And then for the Greek one, you have Hecate, who has triple aspect, and is kind of the goddess of witchcraft and also providing kind of a space to the underworld. Yeah, thresholds. Um, yeah, and three's that three crops up multiple times across. But it is the magic
Mm.
number, as we are told by whatever that band was in
Yeah.
that song.
It's
But
magic number. Yeah.
but it is like you've got 3 Spider-Men
Yeah.
in, one of the Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
Threes remind me of mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah, mind, body, spirit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you've got like I think this creature, this character is very obviously human looking and is female. Like I don't think there's any negotiation on that. But you've got the runes. So let's talk about the runes because the other characters have very much got just the runes that say like rain or Euclid or whatever. This one is covered in runes and it's really hard to decipher them because some of them again are like wrapped around, and as we all know, like if you look at the runes, the sleep token runes, they're quite similar, right, in their appearance for a lot of them. But what people have found is it says in one chunk of it, the hunting void beyond something I am. And the paragraph on the bottom right, I am hunting something, and in turn, the same thing is hunting me. The beholder, the void beyond, I am the line between, I am the teeth of God, is in the Teeth of God graphic novel. So people are wondering if that's one of the links from these characters to the Teeth of God novel. And yeah, I thought like maybe the hands are like kind of like a directional compass kind of vibe, like it's a navigating character because it's got no weaponry. Could it represent like multiple personalities? But like we've already said, like the mind, body, spirit, I think that's more on the money there.
Yeah, I think it's more like three aspects of something. I think you could also have past, present, future, because if you look at the way the hands are pointing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sunflower Seed says this is the coolest one. That's fair. I mean, I still can't get over something that has an exoskeleton covered in skulls. To me, that's like peak.
Yeah, I know. But I do really like this one though.
I like this one as well.
It's really nicely designed, and the other ones have all had like loads of clothing on. This is scant in the clothing department. There's like a little skirt and the wrap and then the bandage around the eyes, and that is it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rosie, welcome back. I'll have to chime you back in on the tarot side of things. But yeah, we're just looking at Rain. I don't know, maybe there's actually tarot links on Rain.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll leave that giant void open for Rosie to fill just as she's come straight back into the chat.
We'll go on and we'll come back as and when people want to chime in. Because let's give Rachel a run up into her favourite song.
Oh, I love my Take Me Back to Eden. It's amazing.
Really? You've never mentioned it.
Every stream I'm gonna get that in until the rest of time.
I do the same with my boy.
And Alkaline.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, how about we watch a drum playthrough?
Yeah, like we should give to his moment and watch drums for the stream. I'm sure a lot of people would love that.
I've already got it prepped for Aqua Regia, don't worry.
Awesome, we're there. We'll rattle through these ones. We have so much to talk about still. Take Me Back to Eden. There was a lot we spoke about last week with this one, but I feel like now looking at the characters, this is kind of bringing them all together. Do you know what I mean? Like the wings mean it can ascend if it wants to, but it also gives me like Archangel kind of vibes, and there's the unmistakable like Grim Reaper reference with this the godmother figure, but it's also got like the tendrils, and it looks like the snaky vibe. So the tendrils from the moon and the snaky vibe that you can see in Vor as well. And then you've got the little star hanging down, which is referencing, was it Aqua Regia, and another one which I've totally forgotten. And then the outfit kind of looks quite regal again, like the Ascensionism character.
Yeah.
There's loads of like, it just kind of brings everything together for me in this one, but it does kind of look a very much like an Assassin's Creed kind of gamified character. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is my take on this one. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I don't have much to add other than, yeah, I have put it in all three categories. Um,
Yeah,
I think I think I would love to come back to this once I've got the graphic novel. Like I've read the graphic novel, but on like a tablet, not a physical copy. So, and I think that would just be like, you know, cherry on top. But yeah,
yeah,
I think obviously it is the title track of the album, so there it would make
yeah,
sense that this is a it would make sense, and I think the link to death and like a Grim Reaper with the angel with sort of angelic wings, and the tendrils that would link to the moon, which, given that that's the cover artwork, like, is that the Eden
yeah,
that you're trying to get to? Just like
yeah.
moon, wiggly moon, um,
Wiggly moon.
wiggly moon. um, yeah, I think that kind of things. Where can I? So I think, yeah, that it does. I think you're right. I think it draws sort of everything together. I do think the dress, or like the costuming of this one, is really interesting because it's, to me, does look quite medieval, like
Yes, absolutely. That's why I thought like Assassin's
European
Creed. It's very
medieval.
in that time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And it, like, there's lots of thank you, Sunflower Seed, for putting the runes in the chat. Yeah, there's like a whole runic language for Seep Token lured by literature,
yeah.
um, which they use throughout Take Me. I think it was pretty much came into force with the Take
Yeah,
Me Back to
it
Eden
did.
era,
It
didn't
did.
it?
Although
So yeah,
Rude
it's
didn't do a rune for my name. Jesus.
I know,
People have had to
shocking.
do it. People have had to create it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
would it
that
have
will have to
killed
be a
you
thing.
to have done a Z? Honestly.
But yeah, like I love Take Me Back to Eden. But yeah, as a title track, I think it brings everything together.
Yeah.
All the characters kind of under one, and this is definitely in the Teeth of God novel,
Yeah.
which we can obviously draw back to later
Yeah.
on. Yeah, and finally,
Euclid. Oh,
Euclid, the song that always makes you cry.
yeah. I have no one to blame
Bless
but myself. I've kind of like Pavloved myself into it.
It's
So.
okay, I promise.
Oh.
I think this is like the most fascinating character we've got, right? Because it's definitely human, like humanoid, I think.
Yeah.
But it bucks the trend of like the other characters. And so for me, the mask is very reminiscent of an old vessel mask, or like the new one. It's got the six eyes.
Also an insect.
Yes, and an insect, yeah. Which begs the question, is the influence on Vessel's mask very insect based? Who knows?
I mean, 6 eyes, so.
Yeah. But it looks kind of like, I think we spoke about this last week. It's not like a warrior or anything. It's wearing like rags and potentially quite bloated. And I know we said in the chat last week, it's like, it looks like they're like starved or impoverished or whatever because they're bloated. But it's carrying Vessel's head. I mean, like, we can all see that, which is odd. And also wearing a likeness of his mask. So is it like an alter ego symbolism? Is it like starving for fame and success, or a new era, or a change? But it's like carrying the head to prove a death almost, like Shakespeare-y kind of vibe. I don't know, Zoe, you'll know more on that front.
Oh, I mean, that loads of people hack off heads in Shakespeare left, right, centre. To me, it's actually more like, again, it's more Greek mythology, like, or not mythology, Greek, just history. Like there's also like a lot of, I want to say, Renaissance-y painting, because like where like some people have been required to go off and prove to a king or whatever that they've killed,
Mm.
the enemy,
Yeah,
and then they come
yeah.
back and
Yeah, and it's like, here's the head.
yeah, and I mean you have it with I'm gonna get it wrong, but is it Perseus with who has to go and yeah, it is who has to go and kill the Gorgon.
Yeah,
He has to
yeah.
go kill Medusa and then bring the head back, and obviously you can't look at the
Yeah.
head,
Yeah.
otherwise you will get turned to stone.
Yeah.
Poor Medusa,
That is, yeah. And Lured by Literature just put,
yeah.
or is it bloated because it ate the body of Vessel? Yeah, like that totally
Ego
could be a
death.
thing.
The many
Deaths of Vessel. Yeah.
Euclid
Euclides.
was an ancient Greek mathematician active as a geometer and logician, considered the father of geometry. Yeah, we have an example of Euclidean mathematics in our maths gallery.
Go along and visit, people.
I would kill for Vessel to come and do Euclid next to some Euclidean geometry.
You'd just be crying the whole time.
Yeah, I know, but no, I wouldn't be crying the whole time. I'd just pass out.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Oh god, yeah, I'd die. And yeah, so it's proof of death, Medusa, yeah absolutely.
And I think obviously this is the end of the cycle, isn't it? Because the callbacks in Euclid, you have two different cycle ends. So you have a callback to Chokehold, first song on the album, but you also have the callback to The Night Does Not Belong to God, the first song on the first album. So you have two closures of two cycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is the but but I think it's very interesting that the character holding the head of Vessel looks like an earlier Vessel. So to me, instead of it being
the death of the past.
No, I think the opposite. The death of the future almost. Or the death of the present.
Oh, yeah.
Also, weird, side note, this character has Vessel's flat feet.
Oh yeah! It so does. It so does. Is Vessel trying to say that's him? Because that's sad, man. He's better than that. But
or just it's a different he has killed one aspect of himself. And maybe that's the aspect that's self-doubting, or maybe it's an aspect that was like hungering for fame, or I don't know.
Or was it just the Take Me Back to Eden era of Vessel, which is now the EIA Vessel?
Yeah, but the Vessel that is, I think these are two Vessels, but it very much looks like a past Vessel to me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Has killed the present Vessel.
Yeah,
I think either way, it's the end of a cycle, isn't it? Making me think infinite baths is a trick, like leading us into a false sense of security. So does the cycle repeat, or do we move forward into something different? Yeah.
Yeah, the next album shall tell.
Well, and if my delusions come true, maybe that will be soon.
And if there's two further songs, two further movements released, maybe that'll tell us the next direction. Who knows? But there was one thing which was a little bit of a stretch on this, but allow me, if you will, to delve into this. But when I looked at Reddit, there was a few things that kind of popped up. But on the the toga kind of rags outfit, if you look at it, it looks like a kind of shipwreck or a sail. So the ship is like on the stomach area. It looks like the sails are kind of going up towards the bulging torso, if you see what I mean. And the dark kind of curved bit is the bow of the boat, and people thought, is there a link to when the bow breaks, start of a new era? Just something there, which was, it could be something, it could be nothing, but I thought it was quite interesting to look into. Yeah.
I can see where that's going.
Yeah. And that kind of concludes Take Me Back to Eden. And the characters, which nobody seems to have really looked at, which fascinates me.
Shall I come back to our faces? Not?
Yeah. Oh, we should actually ask about Ascensionism and Rosie's input.